right.
Show me.
Here. It's like right.
So that muscle you see here is your diaphragm. That's correct. Yeah? Diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle. So it's shaped like a dome. Right here. It sits right below your lungs. So if you have a torso and if it has all the organs inside, you'll see a muscle right underneath the lungs. You see the muscle right underneath the lungs here? That's diaphragm. But I hope it makes sense to you that when you put the cover on it, it actually is this thing. Are you getting it? So they kind of cut it so you can see it. You see that this part, that's the diaphragm. And it's the same thing as that red line below the lungs. Right?
Yes.
How it works is, this is how it sits. Are you able to get it? Alex, do you see it?
It's that red band.
Yeah, that and the red underneath the lungs. You see? Is this? Yeah, it's all in line actually. They all go together like that. It's one muscle. Yeah, it's just uneven until you push it really hard. So if you think about it, it's a dome like this. And when the muscle contracts, guess what happens? It goes down. Makes sense? Because it's contracting, comes down like that. So what happens to your thoracic cavity? It becomes bigger, right? It expands, so air can go in. So you breathe in. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Not only that, but your ribs that are kind of connected by these intercostal muscles, one of them will work too. They will contract and lift the ribs up. So you have muscles on your ribs or in between your ribs called intercostal. When one of them will contract, the ribs are pulled up and out because it attaches from one rib to the next, to the next, to the next, pulling the ribs up and out. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. That will expand. And then you have this other set of muscles that connect your ribs that are the internal ones. When they contract, it pulls the rib down and in. Are you getting it? Yeah. So one will be going up like that, so it expands. The other one brings it down. So exhale. At that time, the diaphragm relaxes. Do you get it? Yeah. So that respiration aspect we will learn later. Right now, you just need to know the muscles. Got it? Mm-hmm. Yep. So on exam, lab exam, I'm not going to ask you the function of muscles. I'm not going to ask you which muscle does what, whether it moves, flexes or extends or whatever. You do need to know the names of the movement, by the way. But I won't ask you on the exam. But why do you need to know the names of the movement? Because that's how muscles are named. If there's a muscle called extensor muscle, digitorum extensor, what do you think it does?
Extend your fingers.
It extends your fingers, right? If I say digitorum flexor or flexor digitorum, it flexes. So good to know the movement. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So what is flexion?
It's like the drawing up of the muscle.
So if I ask you to describe or define flexion means what? Describe this action. What would you say? A movement in which?
Contract.
By the way, muscles will contract in both.
Shorten it.
It's same thing as contract.
You flex your
You bring it towards the body.
So you guys are right, but let me tell you something here. Think about this. This is flexion, right?
Yeah.
So my muscle's contracting. Yeah? But when this is contracting, I don't know how many of you think about this, but would this not have to relax? If this remains contracted, then it's not going anywhere. You get it?
Yes.
So why would you because this is contracting, but this is relaxing. Both the muscles are working at the same time.
I guess it's,
So it is used with reference to, go ahead. What do you think? Using logic is good. You want to use your brain. That is how you learn how to do it. It's about the angle. Flexion is reducing the angle at a joint. Extension is
Increasing.
the opening of the angle.
Make sense? So what am I doing to my head right now?
You're flexing it.
Flexing it. Because see, I reduce the angle. What is this?
Extension.
And what is this?
Hyperextension.
You got it. Got it? Hyperextension. I can't do that here.
Thank you. That'd be really weird.
Or else we'll have to run to the ER. So we don't want to do that. So, of the internal and external intercostals, I'll tell you one thing that students get confused. You know how they have shown, if you have the model in front of you, or if you don't, you can pick one up. One of them goes this way, from out to in. Yeah? And the other one goes from into out like this. Are you looking? Do you see that on the
I
model?
remember it from the other day.
The issue here is, it's not that half of the ribs have this muscle and the other half will have that muscle. Both the muscles are present throughout. They are just shown like that for you to figure it out. Does that make sense?
No.
It's not like that in our body. You know, on the model it looks like half of the muscles
like
are
that,
here
like that.
and these guys are like that. But you have like this all over and like this all over. You get it?
It's
Overlapping.
just one layer is behind
Yes. One layer is behind the other.
the other. Okay.
External and internal.
Right.
Make
Well, you
sense?
could tell like on the big model,
Here,
yeah, because it has the
both of them. There you
Yeah.
go. You're right. I did not look at that and paid close attention. But you see both of them are shown here. Right, one behind the other. So now you got the external and internal idea, right? Those are
Right.
intercostals. Yeah, take all the stuff out.
That's a really good idea.
But you can also definitely see them here to mark.
So, okay, if we're looking at that model though, and say we're doing some sort of quiz or a test, how do you know which one is the internal and which one is the
So
external?
how
Hold on, would it be like the ones here that
The
actually
direction.
pull it back up?
yeah. So you have to look at the direction. One that goes from out to in is one variety. The other one is this one. And before I say, let me confirm which one's which. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I'm gonna say the ones that go down like
External.
this will be your internal.
Internal.
Oh my god, I can't even read anything here. So who has the torso cover? Let me see. 55 is external. So, okay, good way to remember will be out to in,
Internal?
external. So what comes first? Out to in is external and in to out is internal. Does it, from in to out is internal. From out to in is external. Remember only one so you don't get confused. Out to in like that. Out to in or middle is external is how you want to remember it. Does that help you? You can use your own thing to remember. That's fine.
Yeah. It just seemed to me like if they were going out to in, that those would be the ones that those are the ones that are used to pull.
Yeah, those are external.
With the
Pull
breath.
and open. That's correct.
Okay.
They actually do elevate and expand your thoracic cavity. Their
Okay.
function is correct in your mind.
Okay.
They are called
And
external.
then the other one goes this way?
Inside.
The other one goes like this. So, this way and this way.
Okay.
Yeah? She's already rubbing his forehead. Okay, muscles that move the scapula. So, something about the back here.
Your
How many bones do we have? Back here? Oh, not the whole body. How many bones do we have here?
you have
Two
the
each.
pectoral girdle.
Just the scapula, right? I mean, in the back of trunk part of your body, scapula and the vertebrae is all we have. So where would most of the muscles attach? To the scapula. There's no other thing to attach, right? There's no. I mean, your bones. I mean, your muscles from here don't come and attach to your arm. You see what I mean?
Right.
So only place to attach is your scapula. A little bit to clavicle, but you know how clavicle doesn't move much. So huge number of muscles will attach to your scapula. Let's look at some of them. Trapezius. So let me pull the picture up here. This has opened up, so good.
Do you like it?
I don't know if this is large enough, but how many of you know what a trapezius is?
Is it right here?
Trapezius.
It's that top one that comes
That comes down into the
triangle
little
from
L.
off of your neck.
Yeah.
Okay, I was right.
This whole muscle is trapezius, all the way up to here,
Yeah.
like this guy. By the way, I don't know how many of you know that trapezius is a quadrilateral. You know what a trapezium is? No? Yes?
I know what a trapeze is.
Yeah, what is it?
That's the thing that they
Hold and
yeah,
they
they
swing,
swing.
right? The swing thing. Yeah, in the circus. So why is it called trapeze? Or why is that figure called trapezius?
maybe like the shape of the triangle.
Yeah, not triangle. It's a quadrilateral.
So it's a shape.
So it's a shape, you're right. So a square, I mean, consider it's 90 degree all over, okay?
Yeah.
This is a square. This will be a
Rectangle.
rectangle. If I were to push this rectangle a little bit,
Or to the side, that's a parallelogram.
parallelogram is a trapezius.
Look at you.
This particular one is a trapezius, that's right. That is what that muscle looks like. Imagine you had the other side also. You know the other side is cut here.
I don't see that so much.
That's okay, just memorize trapezius. It's the shape. That's how they name it actually, because it looks like
Is
one.
it pay or P?
So,
Trapezius.
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 Wait, and how long did you say it was again? Because I'm trying to picture this.
All the way to here.
The middle, almost to the middle back.
Yeah, that much. So here, like that. From
Okay.
here to here. This is all trapezius.
Didn't know it was that
And
long.
we might have a larger picture of it somewhere.
Maybe.
Right here.
Yeah, there it is.
See, trapezius is all this, the whole thing. Up to here.
It's long.
All the thoracic ones are attached, I think. Don't quote
Looks
me
like
on
it.
that, but something like that. All the thoracic vertebrae, all the way there. So that's trapezius. What is the other one? Serratus anterior. What does serratus mean?
No idea.
Serratus or serrated edge. What does that mean?
Oh, cut up, Mike.
It's like a up and down.
The zigzag,
Yeah.
right? Like the knives are serrated. So the muscle that looks like one. Do you see this guy looks like that? I mean, not here,
Alright.
but look it up on the cover. Do you see the serrated edge here?
Yes.
No.
Yeah?
Actually, I don't. Okay.
All the zigzag kind of an edge. That's your serratus anterior. You also have serratus posterior, but we are not looking at it, so don't worry about it. Because it also has same kind of edge on the back, so don't worry. But serrated edge, and it comes towards the anterior side, so it's called serratus anterior. If you keep the cover on it, you'll see that it is this that becomes that muscle.
Right.
So if it is labeled here, it is still the same thing. So look how that cover is on. It's the same muscle, right?
Right.
Yeah? So that's serratus anterior.
Serratus anterior.
Got it?
Yeah.
Fortunately or unfortunately, we don't see all the muscles on both the sides of our torso because they show different things on either side. Okay? So it'll be different at every time. Every spot you'll see little different things. So that's serratus anterior. What's the next one on the list? Pectoralis
Pectoralis minor.
minor. So before we go to minor, I mean, I know major does not attach to the scapula, but major is the one that fits here. Remember the muscle that I was picking up in the morning and I asked you?
It's your chest.
That's your chest muscle. Yeah, pectoralis is chest, so that's your chest muscle. The big one that you see up there, pectoralis major. But the minor attaches to scapula. So this actually is your pectoralis minor muscle. You see it? It attaches to the ribs, but it also on one end, this end attaches to the scapula.
How would you know which one it
Oh,
is
that's
without
the little
this?
That's
cartilage
that little
looking
dot
piece.
that you see here.
Yeah.
There it attaches to the scapula.
Oh, okay.
So the tendon is here, but the muscle is here.
So that's what we're saying is the tendon portion that
Right.
connects to
So
the
this is the
scapula.
tendon portion of that same muscle. Did you get it? Yeah. So even if it is labeled here or here, it's the same thing. You get it?
I think you're trying to be tricky with all that.
I do not want to trick you guys. I just want to make sure that you understand what it is. I will not be tricking you, don't worry. I'm not here to trick you. So you understand it and that's good
Yeah.
enough.
So I got that wrong on that test history. I kept thinking it was up here somewhere.
Yeah?
Oh, why?
So now we have muscles that move the arm. Latissimus dorsi.
That's the
Number
huge
one.
down the back.
What does latitude or let mean to you?
Double.
Double or parallel or big, flat, something like that, right? And dorsi?
Back.
On the dorsal side. So here's your latissimus dorsi. It's actually the largest muscle on your trunk aspect or posterior aspect, this guy. So the unfortunate thing is, book will normally have everything on one side, labeled or whatever, and the torso is exactly opposite. The models that we have
Oh,
are the
okay.
opposite side. They have pictures of right arm, and all we have is left arm.
Yeah.
For some reason, it is always like that. I would never find similar stuff. I don't know why they do it like that, but that's how it is. By the way, this latissimus dorsi, the flat muscle, really large. It's the largest muscle on the trunk of your body, the posterior aspect.
Okay.
These are the largest. That's a question. You're
Yeah,
right.
you can tell. You
That
can
is a
tell.
question on
You
my
can
lab
tell.
exam. Which
You
is
can
the
tell.
largest muscle on the trunk?
Latissimus.
Latissimus dorsi. Okay. What's the next one? So that's what I like to do.
Pectoralis major.
What I would do is
Chest.
write all the characteristics of the muscles right next to them so that you remember it. Does that make sense? Pectoralis major, we already looked at it, but does somebody have the red one, or
I think they do.
does anybody have it? Yeah, there, right there. So it sits exactly on top here on the minor. So you need this and to be on top of that. Does that make
It's gonna
sense?
make your boobs strong.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it
Makes
on
them
here and
pop,
you'll see how it
more
completes
tone.
the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's gonna decrease the
It doesn't.
Yeah, fits right there. So that's pectoralis major. Rahab, did you see it? Yeah. It really fits right nicely. Okay.
Hey, I need to be with you.
Deltoid is the one that allows your arms to go do the quack quack thing.
Do the quack quack thing.
Yeah.
What is that?
Deltoid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That still attaches. Now remember one thing. Why is it called deltoid?
Because of where it's at. Like,
No.
Oh,
It's the shape.
yeah.
Does anybody know what delta means?
It's a
Alpha, gamma, beta, delta, theta, kappa, whatever, the whole alphabet. Yeah, Delta Airlines.
it's like a rectangular kind of, I mean, not
That's a
rectangular, it's
triangle.
triangular.
It's a triangle. Delta is a triangle. So this is the delta. Doesn't that look like a triangle? This muscle is a triangular muscle in shape, right? So that's deltoid. I'll show you at other place.
That's where you
and
give
you'll
your
be like,
injection.
okay.
That's the change.
Yeah, it's also there.
So here's your deltoid. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh.
That looks like a triangle, doesn't it?
Can I
How many of you really know what a delta is? You know rivers form delta when they meet the sea or ocean?
I was thinking about that.
Same. That is why they are all triangular, right? That's why they are called delta.
Huh?
There's quite some connection there. So that's deltoid. So I can ask deltoid here or here. It's the same thing. Do you get it?
Get it?
Yeah. So this will be the same thing. Deltoid. Teres major. Go ahead. Tell me.
It's that small one. Well, I'm looking at this model right
This
in front
model
of
here.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are two
'Cause
muscles
it's
on the
that
posterior
one
aspect.
right there,
Yeah.
the top one. That's
Yeah.
minor, right?
So you'll see on the posterior aspect of your shoulder, you have one which is big, one which is small. On our model, they both look the same. They don't look different sizes. So you just have to memorize it. That the major is the one that is below and minor is on the top or
There's
superior.
a difference on there.
On here, but on this one, not much. So when you take the deltoid out,
Oh, okay.
they both look the same size. I mean, you cannot tell which one's major and which one's minor from the size.
Wait, so with the deltoid, take
Oh, it goes to the front too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the left arm.
Yeah.
It is these two muscles.
Oh, okay.
One's major, one's minor. Do you get it? Yeah. All of you can go get arm and a leg also because we'll be doing that in a minute. So get it.
Because that'll confuse
Arms and
you.
legs.
How many legs do we have?
Quick.
You hear me, Kat?
What'd you say?
When you think about those, the major and minor,
Some of the
you
muscles
have to
actually
reverse it
fall
'cause
off,
you'd
but
assume
it's
the major
okay.
is above the minor, but actually the minor is above the major. Minor is above the major on
So
that.
I'm gonna think of it like your minors sleep on a bunk bed and you're
Yeah.
at the base.
Because that's confusing. You would think
Which
the
one's
ma-
confusing?
You would think the major would be above
On
the
top,
minor,
but it's not.
but it's not.
I'm gonna think of it like a bunk bed. The kids always want the top.
Yeah.
The minors want the top.
Yeah,
I'm putting this
mine
first so you
are-
can grab it.
Girl, I was about to say, quit trying to
Is
get
it
me
stuck to me?
face with a leg, girl.
Yeah. And the stands
Boy.
fall off, so be careful. They don't screw tight. You know the base. Yeah.
It's one nice
This is what happens all the
pectoral.
time. So
Major.
be careful. I just don't use the stand. I carry it like that. So everybody got the major and the minor? Got the idea? Major, teres major, and teres minor. Teres major.
The major
teres
almost
minor.
looks smaller on there.
Yeah. Does it look smaller? To me, it doesn't. When I look at, see how it looks here, goes all the way, and this guy doesn't.
Right.
So, I mean, we don't need to argue,
It
right?
does on the big
On this
one. It looks smaller. The
And
minor
the picture also. If
Yeah.
you look at the cadaver, it actually looks like that, but
That's why we should just use that one for the minor and major.
it doesn't matter, right? If you know it, you know it.
Mm.
So teres major, teres minor.
That'll make
What
it
is the
easier.
next one?
Uh,
Rotator cuff muscles. So you have
the subscapularis.
subscapularis. Guess where would you find it? In the subscapular fossa. Remember the subscapular fossa?
Yeah, underneath it.
So will it be here or here?
Underneath.
Here,
No.
side A or side B? B. This is subscapularis muscle. It is in the fossa. Do you get it?
Yes.
Hopefully you remember that this is the scapula and it has got the fossa here. Got it?
But that has 2 numbers underneath it. So
Yeah.
is it the
They are
larger one?
the whole thing is subscapularis for us. We don't differentiate between the
Number
two.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
Infraspinatus.
Infraspinatus or spinatus and supraspinatus. Do you remember that? On the scapula you have supraspinatus fossa and infraspinatus fossa.
Yeah.
Those are the muscles right there.
Supra.
Does that make sense?
Spinatus.
It's the ends.
Supra is on top and infra is on the bottom.
Infra.
As simple as that. If you remember what scapula look like, same thing. So those are all your muscles. We covered teres minor. Then we go to
External obliques.
for the abdomen. So obliques. Which direction would they go?
This way.
They'll go oblique, right? So external oblique. You can see it on the outside. Do you see anything oblique on the outside?
Yes.
That's external oblique. Do you also see that this connects to the main torso also, like the top part, the topmost layer?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's also external oblique, okay? But it connects, so you can tell. This is external oblique going like this
Yes.
and coming up here. Everybody with me for external oblique?
Yes.
Then the next one are
Internal.
internal oblique. So if this set of muscle goes this way, there is another set that's going to go this way. You get it? That's internal. And where do you see that? Did anybody see it? I'll tell you, it is inside the external one. So it's only seen here, like sandwiched in between. You
Okay.
get it? You don't see the whole muscle, it's just cut. Are you guys okay getting it? Internal obliques. Okay. Of course, you can see it here also, cut like that. Right there in the middle, sandwich part. Yeah? And the innermost one, what would this be? I mean, I hope that's the next one. Or no? Yeah.
The transverse abdominis
Transverse abdominis. Does the name make sense?
goes across.
It goes transverse, right? And do you see how it goes like that?
Now that doesn't make sense.
And then there is one more that goes like this. You see how you have one muscle that goes this way?
Yeah.
So now you need one that will go this way.
Rectus abdominis.
Rectus abdominis, going straight. Why do you have 4 different layers of muscles going in all
That
different
you
directions?
need so much support. You need to like protect your organs too
So
from
one
different
is
angles.
protection and one is movement. You can move your trunk in many different directions, right? When you do this, you are actually using all 4. Does that make sense? We move our arms so much. Why do we not have muscles like that here, like in all different directions?
Because your arm doesn't go
move
in all different directions.
Can't move it laterally. Yeah, but from the
There's
focal.
another big reason.
Organ protection.
Organ protection. But why do you need so many layers of protection? This is a question on the exam.
Because
So
they're your internal organs in there. You could die if with
we
perforation.
don't have like that on
What
my
about
brain.
temperature control?
My biggest organ, my most important organ is up here, right?
Oh.
Yes.
To hold everything in.
And
Yeah, in place.
protects
so they
it.
don't fall out.
huh?
Is your muscles are to help your spine? Take some load?
It is protection, but give me a reasoning.
To
Why my
delegate your
brain-
neuropaths?
When my brain is such an important organ, it doesn't have muscles that go in this and this and this and that direction. There's only
Yeah,
one
but
frontalis like that.
It's not all movable in there either. It's like in one spot.
There's
but all
one more
your,
thing.
It's hard.
We
You have a
have this
skull.
bone to protect, right? What do you have here?
No bones.
It's just connective
No
tissue.
bones to
and-
protect, right?
Yeah.
Just your wrist.
So that's why.
But why can't I have really thick muscle all in one direction?
Because then you wouldn't be able to have all the flexion.
It'll affect the protection also. What's the
Yeah.
drawback? You
Because if you
remember
hit
what
it from
happened?
this direction, it's gonna.
Yeah.
This might
Remember
be-
the twister resistor thingy?
Yeah.
You don't want to tear it this way, neither you want to tear it this way or any other way. So you have it in all directions. That means it's not going to tear easily. You get it? So multiple direction is the reason why. That's why we have the flexibility. Not all animals have it like that. So you got the point. It's a question on the exam. Yes, it is. So 4 abdominal muscle, right? And you know from the name, abdominis will tell you where it is. Abdomen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't your love handles are your external,
External
obliques,
obliques.
right?
What do you work on to
Well,
get rid of that?
technically it's fat.
Yes, thank you.
It's your
But you
fat.
can't
But
work
it's
on
over.
it.
Technically
fat.
and theoretically, it's your fat.
Fat,
But oh,
fat,
but
or,
it's
fat
over the
around
section
your
where your
external obliques.
Yeah, listen to me. If you have your muscles, then what you have is like the six pack look, no handles to hold.
No handles to hold.
You only get handles when you have excess fat.
Love me, baby. No handles to hold.
Yeah, imagine if you had an abdomen like that. There's no handle there.
Okay,
You can't hold
baby.
anything. You have, so that fat is above the fascia.
Yeah.
Remember the fascia on the muscle? The fat is, because remember right underneath your skin or last layer of your skin is fat. That increases. That is also the belly fat.
But if you
Be
work
a
out
belly-
those muscles underneath it, then it works off that. It helps to melt or take away that fat, right?
Not really.
Well,
Because where does the muscle get its food from, or like ATP or
You're
glucose
stored.
from?
You're
Is it like
stored.
one particular spot? It's from the blood. So it can burn wherever. You cannot do spot burning.
Right.
Never happens until you do like the laser thing, which is different.
Wait,
It's not really burning, right?
but you can just bust that area out.
You're just
The
using that
muscle gonna be
muscle.
strong, but the fat goes still.
Oh no!
So when you work
It's
out your
horrible.
external obliques, for example, all your abdominal muscle,
Yeah.
doing whatever sit-ups or whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
are you trying to burn the fat there?
you're
Trying
building
to
the
tone
muscle.
it.
You're trying to tone the muscle. You're trying to make that muscle more active, make that muscle become stronger and have more protein, so it'll use more ATP. That's what we are doing.
But it doesn't do anything to the fat.
Not at that particular spot. It does fat overall. Whatever it does to the fat, it's overall.
She's salty.
So it could be the fat.
You hear me?
Splenius
I'm done. I'm not
capitis.
going to work out anymore.
Salty.
Where do you think you'll find it? From the name?
Your
Something
spleen?
with capitis.
Oh,
Something to do with the head, right? So it's up here.
oh no.
Splenius capitis is this muscle